Okay, welcome to part 9. So in this step, we're going to continue with the prompts. So we're going to probably do prompts 3 through 5. And I'm going to fast forward through a lot of the waiting because there is definitely a lot of the waiting. Now, there are some things that I was looking at as it was doing the build that I may stop and show you. But for the most part, we're going to put in the prompts. I'm going to show you each of the prompts, each of the responses. And then, but a lot of the white space in between I'm going to cut out because there's just no reason to sit here for 2 hours. So let's get on with it. So prompt number 2, the authentication system. Okay. So here we go. And we're off. So we're on to prompt number 2. And in prompt number 2, we are building out the authentication system. We're building the registration and the login. So it says, now let's build the complete authentication system. Please create user registration functionality. Now, I do want to come over here and check to make sure we're actually working with the database, because sometimes, all right, we have no tables yet. So we have to go back to our activity log and see what happened. Okay, so while we're doing this, let's come back over to Claude Code, and let's just take a look and see how I'm doing on tokens. So I'm going to maximize this, go over to my max plan, go over to settings, and then let's look at usage. Oh, I hit my I got my reset on my Opus. So if we start running into trouble with this, we can definitely switch over to Opus. We'll know soon enough if we're running into trouble. Okay, so we are creating a custom CSS. Let's come up here, see what we got in our assets directory. There is actually nothing in the CSS assets directory. So let's just see how it's doing. We are 3 minutes into creating this. Oh, there we go. We now have a CSS. Now, a custom CSS is one of the things you usually buy when you go to you buy from templates. So one of the things you can do is override this. And when you see how when you see exactly how CSS works with Bootstrap, you'll see that Bootstrap comes with a lot of default styles and classes. And then what you can do is you create your own custom CSS and maybe round the edges, give it better shadows, make it look a little bit better. But overall, it all kind of works together to create a pretty easy to maintain system. All right, so we have so now in our JS directory, we're actually creating app.js. So this looks like it's the real first building of the application that we're doing. All right, so it is updating the activity documents and committing everything. Now, if I do not have any database at this point, I clearly do not have any database structures. So I'm going to ask it what it's doing, and then I'm going to switch over to Opus and have Opus bail us out of this. Okay, so it asked me if I want to append the authentication system details to activity.md. Obviously, I do. Why is it? Okay, so now it's pushing, and it's pushing the authentication system to Git. So now the next thing I want to do is I want to check my database. So what we're going to do as soon as this does its thing is I'm going to switch over to Opus, and I'm going to ask Opus to help me out on the database side. Okay, so we're committing and pushing to Git. All right. So let me go back here and we're going to check to see if I have any database. All right, so I don't have any database. So what I'm going to do is in the next video or the next section, we're going to try to fix our database issues, because I'm pretty sure that at this point of the process, we should have had some database stuff created.